Good morning, my sugar woogers. How y'all doing, my beautiful butterflies? I just watched Danya, so I'm in a bad state of mind again. But I decided to come on after listening to her because I'm real upset right now. I don't normally get upset about nothing, but this is really shaking me this morning. Good morning, thank you for life. I just walked in the house and friends had bought a bunch of meat over here, shrimp, all kind of food. I don't know if they think I'm not eating because I'm trying to lose weight. I wasn't just losing weight. I am definitely trying to lose weight. And I have a problem with YouTube. And I got a serious problem right now behind what she said that Roz said about her. And I'm trying to figure out in my head, so y'all come in and please help me understand. Respect and prayers are due when you lose a loved one. Now, despite her lying on me for years, ever since I've been out here, I was still nice to that woman. When she lost her son, I sent her money. I called her up and asked her what did she need. I didn't know her. She told me she wanted a lot of flowers at her son's funeral. And I didn't even have Cash App at the time. I had to get my sister to Cash App the money to her. This woman never said thank you, cat, dog, rat, nothing. I overlooked it. I said, well, maybe she didn't have time. Or maybe she never realized who sent it. I don't know. And it really didn't matter to me. But I would think that someone who has recently gone through a death of a son would have a little bit more empathy and a little bit more sympathy for someone who is going through it. But apparently she doesn't. And I just want to tell you, Rosalind Knight, that you really have shown me who you really are. You don't care about nobody but yourself and those babies, them grown babies over there. That's it, that's all. Now, I'm not sure if you care about them because you're always putting them out there to do your dirty work and defend you behind something you did. It's really sad, and it's puzzling to me how anybody could be that sick to come out on YouTube and say anything knowing what this woman is going through. But I remember the call to you. There were 2 calls. And I was shocked to this day that I didn't see a grieving woman. You talked to me like it was a regular conversation, like we had known each other for a long time. But Danya is really grieving behind her son. And I'd appreciate it if you would let her grieve and leave her alone and let her get through the grieving process, because maybe that's a part of your problem. You didn't grieve like you should have grieved. And you wouldn't be out here talking about folks when her son is not even in the ground yet. Danya and I had just talked on Saturday, like I said last night. I didn't bring out the whole conversation. She brought it out today. I wasn't going to come out here and tell her business because I didn't know if she wanted y'all to know that her son was getting ready to have a little girl. But we discussed that on Saturday. We discussed her grandson coming back to live with her, and she was pretty distraught about it. We must have talked on the phone about 2 hours or more on Saturday about everything that she talked about in this last video she just dropped less than an hour ago. And she came to the conclusion that she did not want her grandson to go back. And everything she said is true, because she told me that on Saturday, that she wanted her son to leave Kansas City and come to Iowa with her. And that was one of the reasons she took the grandson back in again. And it was spur of the moment. She didn't know he was coming. She had to make all kind of unusual plans at the 9th hour to accommodate him. And she did that. Now, I don't know how many of you have been following me since I've been out here. But ever since I've been out here, I've supported as many channels as come on. I don't get over there every day. But if you come into my chat, you drop handles. If I come into your chat, I speak to you. And I speak to everybody that's speaking to me. And I don't always get to everybody, because sometimes I'm on the run myself. I'm out on the road doing stuff. But I'm shaking. I'm earth shaking that she is already upset. And she's having to go through this behind another content creator who of all people ought to understand it better than anybody. I've never lost a child, but I have so much empathy for people who do. If I didn't, I never would have sent her no money for the flowers. I didn't know this woman. This woman came out the next day, I want to say, and attacked me, called me a sugar mama and everything else. And I had donated hundreds to her for them flowers. That just lets me know who she really, really is. Everything that everybody is saying about you, I've never said it. I never talked about your son. To my knowledge, Danya has never talked about your son. That's not who she is. Danya and I didn't have the best relationships when we met. I think it was almost 3 years ago now. I didn't know Danya. Danya didn't know me, just like I don't know nobody else out here on YouTube. I remember being in Tea Time Chrissy's chat. I don't know if I had started co-hosting with her at the time or I was just a subscriber. But it really doesn't matter. That's beside the point. The point is, Danya came into Chrissy's channel. And she said just abruptly, out of nowhere, I don't like her. I don't like someone who's in your chat, and I'm leaving. Well, Chrissy went on to ask, well, who is it? And she came out and said, Ms.V. And I'm like, I don't even know you. But you just don't like me instantly because of what? We finally talked about it. After I came out as a subscriber, I had blocked Danya from that day. I didn't want to hear from her. I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to get to know her. Danya came back, apologized, and just this past Saturday, we discussed it. And she told me, she said, you know what? I was trolling you because everywhere I went, you were there. And I don't know why I was doing it. I just did it. And I just instantly didn't like you, and you did nothing to me. If y'all remember when I came out, Danya was on different channels saying, Ms.V, unblock me. I've subscribed to you. I'm sharing your work. I'm saying all this to say that there are people out there that will instantly not like you, and you've never done anything to them. Roz is one. Danya was another. Ashante was another. Ashante doxed me. And I came back and apologized. Danya was blocked, shared my work, got on other channels and told me, unblock me, Ms.V. So when we talked about it once before. And we laugh at it now because she don't know why she did it. I don't know why she did it. But we made amends and moved on with our lives. She became my little YouTube daughter after all that she had taken me through. She may never be able to tell you why she did what she did. And it doesn't matter now. What matters is that she's lost her son. And it hurts me because that's how close we've gotten over the last 2 years. And I just don't like the fact that she can't grieve in peace without another content creator coming for her that she hasn't done anything to. Diana has done many skits on Roz, but it's like she said. It's things that she said and did, and she just took it and made it funny. I've done the same thing. Way after she attacked me. People should stop dishing out what they can't take. Because I tell you, everything that goes around is going to come back around. I think the things that have been happening lately with a lot of content subscribers passing on, getting sick should tell you that. If you're a smart person, but if you're a dumbass person, you still won't get it. You would not get it. Why bother somebody who's not bothering you? Why talk about somebody who's not talking about you? Why if you're supporting that person, why are you coming for them? What did they do? What did they personally do to you? Not a damn thing. I told y'all last night, I'm sick of it. Because it just does not make any sense for folks to come out here and supposed to be grown and got all the answers for every damn thing and acting like little kids out on a playground. I hit you, so I'm going to hit you harder. I'm going to get the last lick. Grow the hell up. Go somewhere else, because to be out here misleading people and having people follow you around with bullshit is bullshit. That's all I can call it. But Roz, would you please leave her alone? She's under a lot of stress right now. Now, I can't help it if you didn't go through any stress in your life when your son died. And you didn't get off of YouTube, and you didn't come out here and grieve and let people see that you were hurt. That's your fault, and that's your business. And that you start attacking people after the fact. I remember you attacking Miss Burnett, because Miss Burnett came out and she said what had happened. You attacked her. Who else haven't you attacked out here? And if that's the only way I could make money, I consider myself brainless. If I got to come out here and talk about somebody every day and try to hurt people that's already hurt, you are mental as hell. And you need to go check in and get you the help that you need. All of this defense, and you ain't never got nothing to show for the defense. And all of the information that's been brought out about you and the men in your life and the house that you claim that you own, that I told you over on Shonda Thought's page that you didn't own. I had content creators and they didn't like me for saying that. But it bothers me that it's okay for you to call me something I'm not and to sit up and talk about me after I've been nice to you. People who do that kind of stuff got problems. And it's best you not be around them. And to the content creators, y'all can talk about her till y'all are blue in the face. She is who she is. She ain't finna change. Y'all can just keep on making money off of her, but nothing's gonna change about her in any form, shape, or fashion. She has a following now, and that's all she needs. is falling. Yeah. Y'all got so much meat. I'm trying to put it in this little bitty freezer. Okay, I got it all up there. At least I got that done. I had to get that done before I went back to work. I'm moving y'all around as I go. Hello to everybody coming into the chat. That just really set me off. You know, I was in a real good mood. I had already planned my morning. I was going to run down to HEB. They had a sale on and get a few more items. Then, while I'm in HEB, a friend just started picking up meat and just throwing it in my basket. That's the kind of folks that I deal with. I don't deal with fake and phonies. I told you, the people who've been in my life have been in my life all my life. And I wasn't looking for kinship or friendship when I came out here on YouTube. It doesn't matter to me. I don't feel like I need nobody out here. Because you wasn't there when I needed you no way. When people were lying on me, did you come to my defense? If you weren't one of those who came to my defense and said no, people who came to my defense out here were people that were really shocking to me. One man band who comes out and say, no, that wasn't Ms.V with that seasoning. Diva, Shonda. You know, I rarely can get the opportunity to even go to their page. But the people I've been the best to out here were the ones that ain't said nothing yet. So that's why I said what I said. I could give a damn about you too. If I ever came back on here again, if it hadn't been for the real supporters over here, I would have left and never looked back. Because people ain't real. They fake, they phony, they scary. I look at some of the content creators now. 2 years ago, they were struggling, trying to get 500 in a chat. I mean, views, not much less 500 in a chat. They ain't made 500 in the chat yet and probably never will. Think people don't see through that foolishness? Yeah, right. But tonight, I'm telling y'all now, I will not be on because we having corporate prayer tonight and I think I need to be there. I really do. And I haven't talked to Danya today because I've been at work, just getting home. So I'm going to try to contact her sometime tonight and get her cash app so I can send her a blessing, because I heard her saying that she would not be able to even see her son until Friday. That means she's got to go back to Iowa and come back again on Friday, not even knowing when the funeral arrangements are going to be. So she's going to have to probably come back again because she's got her grandson there that she's got to take care of too. That's a lot of strain. And when we talked on Saturday, I listened more than I did anything to her conversation and what was going on with her. And I'm glad I did. So today it's easy. Last night it was a shock, but today it will be much easier to talk to her and say, hey, God was in the plan for that child to come back. Otherwise, it never would have happened. He wasn't supposed to be there around all that we now know has gone on. I still don't know why, and it's none of my business. And I will not ask her unless she volunteers information what really happened. She told me last night, I had heard another content creator said that he was shot, but I remembered her telling me he was choked. But I didn't want to bring that out here last night until she said it, okay? But that's what she told me last night, that he was choked to death. And I never looked at her community walls to even see what she was saying. So that's what this whole thing is right now. And Danya is a fighter. And she will fight to the bitter end for justice for her son. It's just, It's like she's a family member to me. That's how I feel about Dunya. Despite her differences with me in the past, I'm a person that can forgive and forget. She apologized. That was good enough for me. We moved on. And today we are family. That's all it takes is an apology. You know you wrong. You know you did wrong. Just apologize and move on. I can accept Ashante any day, every day, because she got on a public platform and apologized to me for doxing me. I don't have no problems with Ashante. I never did. She was over there with Roz at the time. And that's what I say about learn these content creators y'all are following. I admire her for getting away from that if it wasn't right for her. A lot of people were over there with her. Who had left, about 5,000 were over there with her. But they left for various reasons. Some of them are over here and have subscribed over here. I always tell you, nothing remains the same forever. Not you, nothing you own or possess will ever remain the same. You bought it new or you bought it used. But at some point, it's going to tear up and wear out, including you. You stay here long enough, your body going to tear up and wear out too. But a lot of people ain't going to have to worry about that because they haven't lived right for God to even leave them here long enough for them to be old. Watch how you're living, people. It's easy to live a life of turmoil and dog walking, dragging, and all of that. But is that really a Christian thing to do? Don't call yourself a Christian if you're doing that. Not around me anyway. Go on with that. Because I know that not to be true. Stop bothering people when they're not bothering you. Calling out their name and I guess trying to hurt them because you hurt. Why are you hurt? Did I hurt you? Well then. Go on about your business. Leave people alone. This is the worst thing I see happening on YouTube is people coming into this sector who have not been out here. They don't know the beginning story. They don't know how stuff got started. They don't know who did what to who or who said or who was involved in it at the time. I see shifts in people all the time. They used to support this one. They don't support them no more. I don't understand it. And if I live to be 100 out here on YouTube, I will never understand it. Some things in life you're just not going to understand. Why people involve people who are not bothering them. Why, if I like a person and you don't like a person, this is real life stuff. I can like somebody you don't like and we can all get along if you know how to not talk about that other person around them. Yeah. I can give you a good example. Miss America and I are close. She can never tell you I ever talked about Miss Loretta. Never. When I laughed in her chat, I was laughing about Cooper. Miss Loretta thought I was laughing at her. She gets on her platform and that's what she says. Did I go over there and try to correct it? No. For what? Let people do and say whatever they want to say. But the thing I would have done is just what I did with Sharita. I went on her platform, tried to talk to her. She dropped me down and she listened to the chat. She didn't want to talk. Okay, fine. Have I said anything? Done anything? Tried to hurt her? Nope. And I really appreciate my chat who has not come in here and said anything. Let bygones be bygones. It is what it is. Let it be what it's going to be. It's not hurting me. I'm still eating. I still got a roof over my head. I'm still driving. I'm still practice, pretty much healthy. So life is going to go on, people, with YouTube or without YouTube for Miss V. Now, I don't know about nobody else. Maybe this is your livelihood. Maybe this is the way you have to make your money. But like I say, if I got to come out here and talk about people every day or lie on people to make money, I ain't got no brain. And I know doggone well my parents raised some children with a brain that can do other things other than YouTube if it ain't working for you or if you sick of it. So that's what I've always said. When I'm tired of it, I'll leave on my own. Nobody makes me do anything. It doesn't matter what you say or do. I don't care. I really don't. You don't do nothing for me to care. But I bet you I've done something for you. Not one content creator can say, oh, Miss V was nasty to me or Miss V did this. I don't operate like that. If I don't like you, I move out from around you. Or if I see you don't like me, I'll be the first one to leave. I'm going to try to talk to you, find out what the problem is. But if you choose not to want to talk about it, baby, nothing stops in my world. Life goes on. Trust and believe. Yep. So let me dry my hands and speak to y'all and try to finish cleaning up my kitchen because I got to go in a little bit early today to learn the new job. I have other challenges in my life, and I have a life outside of YouTube. That's why I don't allow it to get to me. No, ma'am, Pam. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me put this up. And this one here goes up in the freezer if there's any room. There's one spot right there. Okay. All right. So I got food to last me now for I don't know when. Because I don't eat at home every day. Okay. I need to turn the air up too. I turn it up. I need to turn it down because I turn it up when I leave because ain't nobody in here. Baby Gator ain't even in here. He at school. Trying to get him an education. Trying to learn something. Okay. All right. Let me bag this thing up. Hey, thank you for life. Thank you for coming in this morning. Day one is still praying for Danya. Thank you. I appreciate that because she's distraught right now. When I know her well enough to know that she had been crying. She probably hadn't slept a wink last night. I got about 2 hours myself because I was so worried about her and her mental health. Hey, Yo-Yo, you here? Thank you for coming in. Hey, Sleepless Nights. Sandra Duncan, good morning to you. I am praying for Danya and her family. I appreciate that. Ding dong. Hey, come on in. Speak, says Yo-Yo. Doki, good evening. Ms. V in chat. Carla, good afternoon. Ms. V mods. And is that then? Okay. Carla, I sent you your cash app for your birthday too. I did it while I was on the bus this morning. So look and make sure you got it. Hanging out is in the building. I appreciate you coming in. Glad you caught the live. Y'all, I need water or something. Okay. Prayers for Danya and her family. Granny K, I'm glad to see you this morning, sending Danya prayers. Yeah, Danya's a good person. Like I said, she had a problem with me in the beginning, but we talked it out and it's over, it's behind us, and I have supported her channel and she supported mine ever since we've both been out here. Carolyn, safe travels tomorrow. You're leaving for San Francisco, so safe travels to you, Carolyn, on your trip. All right. Thank you for the prayers. Lala is in the building praying along with JJ. Good morning. You're praying for Danya to have peace and strength. Me too. Because she's very torn and she's very weak right now. She don't need nobody else's stress in her life that's not going to do nothing for her. And trust me, Roz is not going to do anything for her, but do what she did. Get on her platform and pretend like that girl talked about her son, and she's never. I have never talked about her deceased son and won't, and Danya hasn't either. So why would you do that? Because she made skits of you? That's wrong. Hey, Annette, how you? Asking God to cover Danya and her family. I will, with deepest sympathy to them, and you're praying. Thank you, thankful for life. Y'all hit that like button, and I can't stay on here very long because I got things I have to do at work. So they got my insurance all messed up, and I was able to get my prescriptions filled. Yesterday, I was going to get them filled on Medicare if I couldn't use my Blue Cross, but I figured out why everybody else had their card and I didn't have my card is because when they sent the information in, they sent in two numbers. I have three numbers here, and the third number didn't go in, and there are no two number units here. So that's why I haven't received mine. Where the cards are, who knows? But I was able to get it on Blue Cross, and I'm going to show y'all something about insurance. When I went to pick up the two prescriptions I have to start taking Sunday for the surgery on Monday, with Medicare, he told me it was going to be $45. So I told him, I said, well, I have another insurance policy now. Can you check it? I have the BIN number. I don't have the card, but I got all the information from my supervisor. And he looked it up in the system, found me in the system, but it took him a long time because my address was wrong. The last number dropped off the end. Instead of going to the next line, it only took two numbers. So that's why I haven't received it. But I was able to get it under the Blue Cross, which was a hell of a lot cheaper. Same medication. The drops I have to start putting in on Sunday and the salve that I'm going to have to put on the eye on Monday after the surgery was $18 with Blue Cross. Now, can you tell me how one costs $45 with one insurance and one costs $18 with the other insurance? And it's the same medication from the same people. I don't know. That's how we're going broke right there. You got to have some choices. You got to have some alternatives. And you have to start using your head. You're going to be in the soup line, like I said last night. I've been kind of looking around for Thanksgiving. My sister is leaving, going to an island for Thanksgiving. I'm not into traveling over the holidays. I've never really cared for traveling. The only place I ever came was home when my parents were alive over the holidays. They've been gone since the 90s now. So I haven't done any traveling over the holidays, and I don't think I'm a start. But I've been looking for places in the Houston area to help serve food for Thanksgiving, and I think that's what I want to do. Most of them are at least 27 to 45 miles away from me, so I'm going to do a little bit more research this evening and see if I can find one a little bit closer. If not, I'll be downtown Houston feeding the hungry for Thanksgiving and enjoying them as a family that I just met, okay? I did it in Baltimore for 8 years. I've never done it here in Houston. I've always looked at it on the news and on TV, seeing people going and volunteering and spending that day, helping somebody who was in less financial condition or whatever than they were. So that's what I think I want to do for Thanksgiving. Now, Christmas is different, I don't have small children anymore. I don't go out doing all that shopping and all that. The people that's around me gonna get gift cards. It's the easiest thing to do. Here the money, you can go buy what you want to, and it keeps me from having to do it. So my goddaughter has already asked me, she's coming here for Thanksgiving, and she's asked me to come to her house for Christmas and be with them. So I'm kind of thinking about it, and we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Granny K said, Danya live broke me this morning. Yes, it was so sad. Very sad. I get teary eyed and real. I just have so much empathy and so much sympathy because this actually started with me and her on Saturday when she started telling me about what was going on. And then last night, another thing I didn't tell y'all last night is what she said today herself. She has some kind of, I don't want to call it discernment, but some kind of inkling that something was going wrong because he was heavy on her mind last night. So God prepared her last Saturday for what was coming yesterday. But neither one of us had no dreams that she was taking her grandson because he wouldn't have a father to take him. And like she said, this little girl that he's conceived will never, ever know her father. And that's so sad to me. Joan Dugan, check out Good RX. I'm not advertising for the company, but you do get some better prices sometimes. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, I've seen that, but I've never used it, Joan. I appreciate that. The one that they have down at the school is X Scripts, and that's the one they go through. They use Blue Cross Blue Shield as the medical, but then they have other companies they go through for dental, vision, eyes, and hearing. And I have all of them through them. I didn't want to cut myself short on anything, getting older, not knowing what was going to go wrong and what was going to break down. So I pay quite a bit, a paycheck, but I'm okay with it, okay? Because I couldn't get it on the open market at my age that cheap. And as you see, Medicare, it's there, but it's only going to cover about 80%, and that's it. So this has been a blessing to me. Hey, Real Spills. Good afternoon, Ms.V in chat. My prayers are going up. I appreciate that, Jules. Y'all, I've been on here 37 minutes, and I promise I have to go in there and get some cool clothes on. Now, I start out with warm clothes on, hoodies and stuff in the morning because it's cool. And then it's cold on the bus. After 12 o'clock, when I get back on the bus at 1:30, I need something without sleeves because this is kind of heavy, okay? So I got to go take a shower and dress and put on some more clothes, and I need to be there today 30 minutes earlier. So I'm going to have to get off of here, but I really appreciate everybody coming in and keep Danya in your prayers. I'm going to try to get her cash app tonight. I won't be on tonight unless it's late because, like I said, we having corporate prayer tonight, and choir rehearsal is directly after corporate prayer. So I'll again pray for my sugar woogers and all the people out here in YouTube land. I don't know everybody's name, but I just tell it just like that. Lord, just bless everybody at this point, and whatever they struggling with, call out your name and you answer. Okay. The weather is changing. It's cool in the morning here, like a fall day, but by noon it's summertime again. So hopefully next month we'll see some fall by October. Y'all take care. I love you so much. Thank you for coming in and hitting that like button for me this morning. And if I get home early enough, it's usually by the time we go through corporate prayer for an hour and then choir rehearsal for an hour, that would make me get home around 9:30. And now that I go to work, I'm going to bed as soon as I can take my shower and put on my jammies for bed. So we'll see. If I don't, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hanging out, you enjoy your day as well. Much love to you, and thank you, Prince, for coming in. I appreciate you. Y'all all take care, and I'll talk with y'all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.